Thank you for stumbling on this video. I don't know if you're an insomniac and sitting in front of your computer in your pajamas watching this, or if it's the middle of the day for you and you're just killing a little time. Either way, welcome. We're about to embark on an adventure more exciting than cleaning your sock drawer. Join me as we navigate the treacherous waters through relationships and why I went overseas to find my wife. I'd like to think the reason that I did that is because I'm a smart man. Yeah. Because I definitely got a unicorn. And I think there's more unicorns over there. There is such a thing. Let's dive deep into what I was thinking when I decided to go overseas to find the woman of my dreams. And some of the stuff I might say, you're like, oh, this guy's so full of himself. I don't care. But I didn't have to go overseas to find a beautiful woman. I've been married before, yeah. Once or twice. All of the women in my life, I think, pretty attractive. I never heard in that category. I might even go so far as to say the reason that they ended is maybe I was a little childish. That's right. I'll throw myself out there. Maybe not childish, but selfish. Now, the reason I went searching overseas, I'd spend the last 7 years been working all day and just going to sleep and then working all day, coming home, going to sleep, and then working all day. You know the grind. So I wasn't going out to bars or taking all this time to meet women. I wasn't hanging out with a lot of friends because I was just working. And then I started my business, which just kept me more work, sleep, wake up, work, sleep. So I was wanking around online. No, I don't mean wank it, but I was online, just killing some time, and bam, like every computer, there's a pop-up. Dating site. Not just dating site, but Asian dating site. And I have always had this affinity. Plus, I build ponds and do koi fish, and it's just, I love the culture, how everything revolves around family, and that's really, really important. And for a lot of time, I struggled with that whole thing because I came from a really broken family. I'm not trying to because I know you've had your story. Everybody's got a story. But regardless, I've always had this affinity towards Asian women. And throughout my life, I never really had the opportunity. I mean, I did live in Honolulu and on the big island of Hawaii for a while. But again, I was working, didn't have time to really do a whole lot. And so this Asian site popped up and I went, okay, let me check it out. And I was like, oh my gosh. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I even struck up conversations with quite a few women, and they were nice ladies. But then there was a pop-up, Christian Filipina. When it popped up, I remembered when I was working in Honolulu, one of the guys at my work was a Filipino guy, and he wanted me to marry his sister so she could get over to the U.S. Of course, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. But it was just really strange. And also it made me think of the time that I ran into Imelda Marcos at the airport. Of course, I didn't really know what to say, so I just smiled and said, shoes. Logged on, got to looking at the ladies. Beautiful again, Asian, beautiful, mouth-watering. But of course, I'm looking for somebody of substance, somebody that really kind of catches my eye. Beauty is skin deep, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's subjective, so there's got to be more to it. So I found myself fascinated by the Philippines after talking to a few girls online. Plus, my father had spent a lot of time there after the war. He's a retired master gunnery sergeant. We have some Filipino friends in the family. I started talking to some girls, and I noticed there on Christian Filipino that girls would actually want to spark up a conversation with you, which me being the guy, I always want to start the conversation. So Filipino women are very, very shy. What I really loved about, and I'm not trying to endorse the site, I'm just saying it worked well for me. It worked great. They're really stringent on real profiles and everything, whereas on a lot of the other Asian dating sites, I think that there's a lot of fake profiles, a lot of stuff is BS, and they just let it slide. But on Christian Filipina, they're on top of it all the time. You'll see all these girls, like, hey, how did I get so popular all of a sudden? Try to hit you up, and then you'll click on their thing, and it'll be gone because it was a fake profile, and they say this profile was fake. So they're really, really, as I said, stringent on making sure the members there are actually real members. Now, whether they all have good intentions, even though they're good members, that's something else that you have to find out and decide on your own by talking to them. You're certainly not going to jump on the first woman that you talk to over the internet. So I talked to a few of them, and they were very, very nice girls, and I think they were sincere as well. But there was just something missing that I just couldn't wrap my myself around. And then as I was scrolling through, this one woman came up, and her smile just knocked me off my feet. So I sent her a message and I let her know that I loved her smile, all of that good stuff. And then I didn't hear from her. I didn't hear from her for about 3 or 4 days. I think about 4 days, which to me is not bad. I don't care, because one thing, it tells me that she's not spending her entire life on this thing, going through a bunch of guys and chatting up with everybody. Or then again, maybe she was busy with somebody else. No. So we started talking, and then immediately went into video calls and then calling each other, we on Facebook Messenger. We have been together ever since. She is now my wife. She's a beautiful woman. We have a daughter coming in June, the middle of the month. But I had always had this thing that, God doesn't make him like he used to. After meeting Rhea, we talked for many, many months. And then I went over there and spent an entire month. And from the moment that our eyes met, you could tell that our conversations online were just not online conversations and going through the motions, because the moment that I saw her and the moment that she saw me, it was just like bam, everything was just incredible. Once again, unicorn. And the thing is, she puts me first. I mean, she always thinks about me. I talk about there not being any running water in it, but yeah, there's a toilet, but you're gonna gotta use the bucket to flush it, but it's no big deal. And there's no hot water. But Rhea every morning will get up, heat me up water to make sure that I've got hot water to bathe in. She's awesome. Am I fed? She's always taking care of my clothes. She won't even let me shave myself. She sits me down and shaves me. And she's not doing it because, you better do that as my wife or blah, blah, blah. No, she does it because she wants to and because she loves me. I don't know many women in the West that will boil you up water so you have a hot shower. And when I first walked into that barangay, I knew that I was home. It's just nothing but her uncles and aunts and cousins and family, and it was just a beautiful time that first time I walked in there. They were so accepting, so caring. Yeah, we did karaoke. There's roosters crowing everywhere, dogs. It didn't matter. It was just a really, really good time. And frankly, I couldn't see myself with anybody else. Now, yeah, there's an age gap, but I don't care if you have a problem with that, because she doesn't have a problem with that, and that's most important. And I had always dated on the younger side, and that was not me pursuing them, it was them pursuing me. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, it was just the case, because I'm pretty cool, pretty suave. I'm just a happy guy that enjoys life, and hey, if you want to be in my life and enjoy life, I'm with you. If you got negative things to say, I'm still going to go, hey, that's too bad, man. And it's certainly not agreeing with everything that I say. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. If anybody thinks they're perfect, they are not perfect. But let me get back to this, guys. If you want to go to the Philippines and find yourself a wife, if you've really been looking for a life partner and you have not been lucky here in the US, I will tell you, even if you're average looking and you're a nice guy, you will be a prize. Just treat them with respect, work hard, don't lie to them, don't string them along, and you could end up in paradise living with a beautiful woman beyond your wildest dreams that will love you forever. But that doesn't mean resulting back to your own Western ways and taking your girlfriend or wife for granted, because they will give, and all they're looking for is love. Yes, there are some girls that want money. There are girls that have boyfriends that will tell you they love you. There are girls that have husbands that will tell you they love you. As long as you keep the money rolling in, it doesn't matter. But guys, you're smart. You've been around the block. Just don't be sucked in. That's what I'm saying. If something doesn't seem right, don't forget you've got the choice. Turn around, walk away. Life still there is very affordable and inexpensive. Is it more expensive than it was a couple of years ago? Yes, it's that way all over the world. But of course, if you really are planning on making the move, don't go into it blindly. There's lots of resources out there on the web where you can find out about visa information, rules and regulations, laws you need to follow, information like that. And there's a lot of great people on YouTube that can give you a lot of great information as well. That was one of the things I started doing when I was making my plans. I wanted to gather as much information as I could before I went and jumped off that ship. And this isn't a name drop or anything. I don't even know the guy. I do know that he's in Dumaguete. And he's very, very knowledgeable about the ins and outs of the Philippines. And if you've never watched anything about the Philippines, I would encourage you to give him a tune in. He's known as Old Dog. Lots of great information. He's a tell-it-like-it-is, reliable source. Been there for many, many years, so he knows, like I said, the ins and outs. If you're looking to get a whole feel of the country, the regular guy, Scotty, is a good watch. He's a little quirky, but an awesome quirky. He's a Canadian, lived in Korea for many years. Now he hits every little town in the Philippines. It's a great watch to experience. He's like in a different town every day. And I pray one day for Scotty to find his baby-rooney. And a channel that's been hitting a lot of great destinations, That Philippine Life. Thank you for making it this far. Appreciate that. I hope it wasn't too trying. And if you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. I certainly would appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Now you can check out these other videos if you would. Thank you. Please have a good one.